it's Melanie here from Mango Paint. I thought I would make a quick little video tutorial series for you. I'm going to do this in two parts. I have this cute little pedestal table here that we are going to reclaim. This table came to us, it was super water damaged and in rougher shape, but it is the cutest little, you know, we see a lot of pedestal tables like this, oak pedestal tables. They make a perfect project to reclaim. But it's rare that we see one in this cute little oval shape. I really like the shape of this one, and it doesn't have a leaf or anything. It's just like a cute little compact table. We actually got these chairs from a different set that came in, and we reclaimed them recently and thought, oh my gosh, they're gonna be so cute with that oval table. So let me show you. Okay, so these chairs had this was the original fabric on the chairs, and we thought it was really cute. So we actually picked a color to complement the original fabric. We chose Evelyn from the Mango Paint line. Of course, the Mango Paint line, I don't need to tell you that. So Evelyn is a beautiful blue-green, soft blue-green. It's a very popular color. We painted these chairs, distressed them, waxed them, and so now I'm gonna do a table to match. The table, however, I'm gonna do Evelyn on the skirt here and also on the pedestal base. And then on the top, we've actually sanded this down to the raw wood, so I'm going to be creating a stain using our beautiful rich brown called Charlie. So we'll have a nice wood stained top, and we're gonna have the skirt and base in Evelyn, which will complement our chairs. And I love that combo of doing the skirt and base and the chairs the same, and then the tabletop in something complementary. So yeah, today I'm gonna paint the base. We've already given a light scuff, so you know our motto, scuff, scuff, that's enough. We took a light sanding block, sanded down the skirt and the base of this table, and I am ready to paint. So, got my Evelyn here. I'll open it up. And I'm gonna paint the base today. I have a paint tray here, but I'm actually just gonna use a brush. There are a couple flat areas on there that you could use a roller. Rollers work, the small rollers work really well also, but I'm quite quick and handy with the brush on its own, so that's what I'm going to use. And we have the Klingon brushes now available through the Mango Paint line, which I'm super excited about. Really, really love these brushes. So I'm going to use, this is the my eyes are getting bad. This is the R14, so it's sort of one of the middle sizes. You can see here the round series of Klingon brushes comes in a variety of sizes. I'm going to use the R14 sort of right in the middle because my project isn't too big, but it's also not too small. So I'm going to pour some paint out here. Actually, give my paint a stir. So you always want to give your paint a good stir before you start. This can has just recently been used, so it doesn't need much of a stir, but if you're opening a fresh can especially, you're going to want to give it a good stir before you start painting. Remove the excess here. So pretty. And I'm going to pour some into my paint tray. You always want to make sure that the lip around your can stays clean, so I use my clean brush to remove any excess paint. You could also take a paper towel and do that. Just make sure that your lid on your paint can will be able to close properly and your paint will last for a long time. Mango paint can last for multiple years as long as it's stored correctly, just meaning not out in the hot sun and it cannot freeze. But a cool dark place, anywhere in your home, in your basement, sealed up, and it will last for years. Okay, I've got paint here, I've got my brush, and I'm heading to the floor. See me? Okay, so when you're dipping your brush into your paint, you want to only go about halfway up your bristles. Hopefully you can see that. You never want to go all the way up to the top of your brush. Just get enough paint on the bottom there that you'll be able to get some good coverage. The round brushes hold a lot of paint, which I really love. So as you can see, it's not dripping off, but there's a lot of paint on here. That's because our paint is nice and thick and the brushes hold a lot. So I'm going to start with the skirt here, and then I'll work my way down. We will probably do distressing on this table as well, so like how easy is that? So we could actually get away with just doing one coat of the Evelyn. You can see how well that covers with just one coat. if we're going for a distressed look, one coat would be good, because up close there is still a little bit of areas where you can see through the paint. But if we wanted a nice solid coverage, once this was dry, we would just go ahead and do a second coat. I'm going to paint the whole thing. Sorry, you're gonna have to wait a sec as I get to the back side. But as you can see, it's going to go quickly. This color is so beautiful. So when I'm painting the underside of a table, I would generally paint the underside of this lip as well, so that everything is nice and uniform. So I just want to make sure that I get up under there too. But I also want to be careful that I'm not getting onto the raw wood of the tabletop, because this is actually really vulnerable right now. It's down to the raw wood, so if mango paint gets on there, it's going to like soak right in. I'm going to turn this. So as you can see, within, I don't know, a matter of minutes, maybe not even minutes, this whole skirt has been painted, first coat. Mango paint is porous, it dries super fast, so probably by the time I'm finished painting all of this, I can go ahead and do a second coat on the skirt if I'm going to. I think I probably will, because we're going to distress a little bit, but not a ton. Okay, can you see if I'm painting up under here? Okay, so now I'm just going to start painting the base. And I love the round Klingon brushes. I like to do a bit of a back and forth motion. So I'm just offloading paint onto the tray here, a little bit onto the floor, that's fine. I have a good amount of paint on here, but not a ton. Again, it's not like drooping off my brush. And I'm just gonna do like a back and forth. So I like to sort of offload my brush really quickly so that I have like a lot of paint there. And then my brush is fairly dry. And then I can go back and do bigger strokes to really cover this whole area. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. But I'm really just doing sort of a back and forth like flicking motion, which is why you don't want a lot of paint on your brush, because if you do, it'll be like bing, you'll be like spraying little bits everywhere. But you can see this is covering really nicely. And I'm just gonna work my way down the leg here. As you can see, again, like a single coat of paint is going on beautifully. You don't want your paint on too thick. Nice thin coats is your best practice for painting. So mango paint is very, very low VOC, which means you can paint this table right in your kitchen or wherever it is. You don't have to wait for warmer weather. You don't have to wait to get outside to paint it. You can literally do this in the spot in your home, wherever it is. Just give it a light sand, wipe off the dust, and away. A few technical difficulties, but I think we're back. So what I was saying is I'm just going to add a little bit more paint to my brush here. And again, I'm going to offload a bunch of paint here. Like I said, I like to offload a bunch of paint, and then I like to come back and spread that paint out real quick. So I'm gonna, hopefully you can see. Again, I'm just gonna sort of get the paint off my brush. And then I'm gonna come back and spread that paint out in sort of a back and forth motion, using again the round series brush. Again, nice thin coats are best. So nice thin coats are what's going to give you the smoothest results. This Klingon brush really is just like hugging around everything. The mango paint is going on beautifully. We are going to have this finished in no time. I'm saying we, like a royal we, like you and me. We're doing this together. Okay, again, offloading some paint. This looks so good with just one coat. Okay, spread this out. And this is an oak table, so it's got really deep grains. So you will still see the wood grain coming through with the paint. And generally I would recommend painting in the direction of the grain of the wood, but because this coat is so light, it's okay to go back and forth. It's going to be seamless. You won't even see that we've painted against the grain. Let's do this leg. And I've gone against my cardinal rule here in this video. One of my cardinal rules is to paint from the bottom up to the top because it just makes more sense. And as I'm painting this, I'm sure I'm getting Evelyn paint in my hair as I'm touching my head against the skirt of this table. That's okay though. I don't think I'd be a true furniture painter if I didn't have paint in my hair. And I am, and I do, so. We are almost done this massive pedestal here. And again, like I said, a microfiber roller could be used on these nice flat surfaces here. That would also give you a really smooth finish. But the round brushes are really easy to, and you can see it's only a couple seconds. And a nice smooth, solid coat on those legs there. Okay, oh, we're almost done. I can see the finish line. So I would use the same technique as I was painting spindles on chairs or your spindles in your house. We've had a lot of customers paint their chair rail, like their their stair spindles, like all the way up the stairs. Again, I would do the same. That's kind of how I paint all spindly type things. I like to offload the paint and then do a quick back and forth motion. These brushes with the nice long bristles work really well for that back and forth as well. Okay, I'm gonna get this last leg here. And hopefully it's looking super cute to you guys already. Cute from here, but I don't usually hang out under the table, so I'll stand up and take a look in a second. Because mango paint is porous, you can do a second coat essentially as soon as the first coat is dry to the touch. It's a little chilly in here today, so this isn't quite dry, but never mind, this actually is dry. This is already dry. I'm just going to give it a little bit, and then I would do a second coat on here. Once this is dry, I'll do a second coat on here as well. And then we'll do some distressing. So stay tuned for the next part of this video. We're going to make a second video where I'm going to use Charlie from the Mango Paint line, which is our rich brown. I'm going to create a stain. We'll do like a wash stain effect on the top of this table. And then we will also do another video showing you how to distress and apply wax on the bottom. Another video showing you how to seal that table once we've got the stain on the top. Thanks for tuning in.